Okay, I'm ready. Waiting for you. Black Men in Unions, obviously, it's the acronym BMIU. It means to me a lot. Educational labor studies program that I got acquainted with as a young activist, and it developed into some lifelong friendships, and it was a an experience in my life that I would never ever forget. And that experience catapulted me into getting more involved in my local union and in my community. So Black Men in Unions means still today means a lot to me. Well, one of the things that made it unique, my first conference, I can recall it just like it was yesterday. It was a very inspiring conference where I could identify and relate with the participants that was there. It had sort of a Afrocentric twist to it. The first night, we came in and folks were looking like me, and you could hear drums playing in the background and music. And then the classrooms, the class work was very inspirational. The instructors were very sharp brothers. The facilitators was very sharp, motivated brothers. And so after that, I became involved in the planning portion of Black Men in Unions. And that was one of the other things that really stands out in that conference, that it was participatory. The participants were very much engaged and involved in the planning of the conference. And they planned the conference, they developed the curriculum. And I think that's what really made it special and made it that experience even more powerful. Absolutely, it's still relevant. And one of the things about BMIU, when I became involved with it, I believe the time was ready for the era, if you know what I mean. Sometimes things meet, and the era is just ripe and ready for the type of educational experience that you're going to have. And yes, I think it will be relevant, and I think that it will be an asset to the workers that you're trying to reach, because one of the components of Black Men in Unions is leadership development. The leadership development is bar none, without question. So many men and women who came through Black Men in Unions, who participated, became leaders in their community, in their local unions, and in their families. So it had a really a broad reach because of the structure of BMIU. And like I said, the timing of it, it was very spiritual, not religious, but very spiritual. So many different people came together, very diverse backgrounds of folks coming together, working on the conference. And that made it very special and still special today. No, that was the thing about it. I came from a local union that was predominantly white. And so when I would go back to my local union to ask for endorsement or for them to back me and support me from a resource standpoint, because the name was Black Men in Union, we had a lot of hurdles that we had to uh, cross. We had to go back and explain that that was just the name of the conference. We had white brothers that would come, Latino brothers that would come, but obviously because of the name Black Men in Union, a lot of times that causes folks to want to shy away for some reason or another. But that's a subject for another day. That would probably take more time than you and I have today. So glad that you asked that question. So the program director, two of the first two program directors or associate program directors for the program was a sister by the name of Shafan Papina, and then after her it was a sister by the name of Elise Bryant. Very powerful, talented sister, and Elise Bryant came in with a spirit and skills, unmatched skills that. She did a great job. And then we had other sisters that were there that were facilitators and they were support staff. But it didn't appear like it was a chauvinist program. It appears more of a support and definitely support for Black men. And as I said in the beginning, because of the time, a lot of Black men were being marginalized at that time, like they are now in many cases. But this gave us an opportunity to be able to get the education, get inspired, get the education, and then get to educate the leadership development that you probably would not have gotten in mainstream union or mainstream period. Yes, I look forward to being a part of the North meets South. I was born in the North, but my parents was born in the South. So I think it's ironic that the North. It's time for the North to meet South, and I think the timing of what you're doing could not be better timing. So yes, I look forward to it, and I wish you all of the success. There are so many relationships that were built because of Black men in union that your infant stage will blossom into something that you probably don't know how the results is going to be. So I say stick with the process and allow the outcome to be what it is.